AI engineer can be one of the highest paid titles in tech right now, and here's the part almost nobody trying to break in understands. Many applied AI engineers did not get there with a PhD or a fancy degree. They got there by adding a specific set of skills to a career they already had. So today, I'm going to give you the honest, realistic path to becoming an AI engineer in 2026, step by step. Hi, I'm Christoph from IT Career Guide. After 27 years in IT and leading teams across Wall Street, pharmaceutical and cloud companies, I'll tell you straight, this is one of the most talked about paths in tech, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. By the end of this video, you'll have a realistic order for what to learn, what to build, and how to show it. Let's clear up the biggest myth first, because it stops so many people before they start. You do not have to invent artificial intelligence to be an AI engineer. There's a difference between an AI researcher, the person with the doctorate who builds new models from scratch, and an AI engineer, the person who takes those powerful models that already exist and wires them into real products that real customers use. If your target is frontier research, that's a different game. But for applied AI engineering inside normal companies, the path is usually about building useful systems with models that already exist, and a large share of the practical job opportunities are in that second group. And here's the part that should give you hope. This is not usually a first job in tech. It's a specialization you layer on top of a base you already have or can build in software, data, cloud, or support. That means if you're already in IT, you are closer to this than you think. So let's walk the actual path step by step. Real quick before we dig in. Making a move like this into a higher paying, more advanced role is exactly what I help people with inside my community, the IT Career Guide Inner Circle. It's where I've put complete career courses, including Master the IT, Interview, and Job Offer Negotiations, both built on my modular method, and I add new ones regularly. It's a real community of IT professionals leveling up together, and I'm in there personally answering questions. The link is in the description if you want to take a look. All right, step one. Get genuinely comfortable with programming and specifically with Python. I know that's not the exciting AI part, but it is the floor you build everything else on. Python is the default language for most AI engineering and machine learning workflows. You don't need to be a world-class software engineer, but you do need to be able to write real code, work with data, and call an API without panicking. If you are starting from zero, this is months of consistent practice, not a weekend. If you're already in a technical IT role, you may have a head start here. Either way, do not skip it. Every single step after this assumes you can actually build something, not just talk about it. Step 2. Learn how to use the models that already exist. This is the single biggest mindset shift. You are not going to train a model the size of the ones behind the big chatbots. You're going to learn how to call them through their APIs from companies like OpenAI and Anthropic and bend them to do useful work. That means understanding how these large language models actually behave, how to write effective instructions for them, what a token is, why they sometimes make things up, and how to keep that under control. This application layer, using AI rather than inventing it, is where many of the practical AI engineering opportunities show up. Get genuinely comfortable here, and you're already ahead of someone who only studied machine learning theory. Step 3. And this is one of the skills hiring managers really pay attention to. Learn to connect those models to real data. The most common pattern in real AI products is giving a model access to a company's own information, so it answers from real documentation instead of guessing. That involves things like embeddings and vector databases, which sound intimidating but are very learnable, and the broader skill of taking messy, real-world data and making it useful to a model. If you can confidently build a system where an AI answers questions accurately from a specific set of documents, you have one of the strongest portfolio signals in applied AI engineering. Everything else builds on that. Quick favor before we continue. If this video is helping you map out your path, hit that like button. It makes a huge difference for the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. All right, let's keep going. Step 4. Learn how professionals actually ship this stuff, because that's what separates a hobbyist from an engineer who gets paid. It means learning to evaluate your AI's output with real tests instead of just eyeballing it, building guardrails so it can't do something harmful or expensive, and watching for things like cost, speed, and security. You don't need all of this on day one, but knowing it exists and that the job is as much about safety and reliability as it is about the cool demo is what makes a hiring manager take you seriously. And let me be honest with you about the mindset all of this takes, because I've lived it. I didn't start in tech at all. I was a bank clerk. In 1998, I picked up a book, taught myself IT from scratch, and I sent out over 250 applications before I landed my first job. Nobody handed me a path. I built one by learning relentlessly and refusing to quit. Becoming an AI engineer in 2026 takes that exact same energy. Deliberate self-teaching, real projects, and the patience to keep going when it's hard. Step 5, build proof, then position yourself. Nobody's going to take your word that you can do this, so you show them. Build 1 or 2 small but real projects, an assistant that answers questions from a public set of documents and shows its sources, or a simple agent that completes an actual task with tight permissions and logging. And one important rule here, use public or synthetic data for these projects. Never upload company documents, customer tickets, chat logs, or anything private just to build a demo. Put your projects where people can see them. That portfolio is often worth more than a certificate by itself, because it demonstrates that you can actually apply the skills. And here's how you position the whole thing. You do not need the title AI engineer on your resume to start moving toward it. If you're a back-end developer, a data analyst, a cloud engineer, even a sysadmin, your move is to start adding these AI skills to the lane you're already in, solving a real problem at your current job with AI if you can. That's how most people actually break in. Not by starting over, but by layering up. And once you've built that foundation, there's one more skill that often decides whether your work gets understood the way it should: the interview. I've watched genuinely capable people get passed over simply because they couldn't explain their work clearly under pressure. That's exactly why one of the courses I built inside the Inner Circle is Master the IT Interview, walking you through how to present your skills and your projects so a hiring manager truly understands the work you've built. If you're serious about making this move, that link is in the description. And if you want to see what this job actually pays and what the day really looks like, I've got full videos on the AI. Engineer salary and a day in the life of an AI engineer, so check those out next. So let's bring it all together. Step 1. Build a real programming foundation in Python. It's the floor everything stands on. Step 2. Learn to use existing models through their APIs, not to invent new ones. Step 3. Master connecting those models to real data, because that's one of the strongest signals you can show. Step 4. Learn to ship safely, with evaluations, guardrails, and an eye on cost and security. And Step 5. Build real projects as proof on public data and add these skills to the career lane you're already in. That's the honest path. And if you're starting from support or help desk, treat this as a serious 6 to 18 month layering move, not a weekend project. It's doable, it's not quick, and for applied roles it does not require a PhD. And the demand for people who can genuinely do this work is real. You're closer than you think. Now go build it. I hope this video helped you. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.